Crowd of boys. Peace. What's good with you boys out there? Coming to talk to you boys today about semen retention and a woman attraction story time. And before I jump into this audio, all my guys who are subscribed, I appreciate you boys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. All guys who have donated to the channel, I thank you. If you're new, welcome. Make sure all you boys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Support the channel. There are more audios, if you're new, if you don't know, that touch on the basis of many aspects of semen retention, not just woman attraction. These story times aren't to shed light on just the woman attraction on semen retention. It's not all about women attraction or semen retention. These are just my experiences that I share that guys can relate to when they're on their journey and they experience the same things. I put this information out there to let you guys know who are experiencing the women attraction that you are not crazy. All right. It's real. This is real energy that we're moving around with. And that's what attracts these women is the energy. All right. The energy that you have cultivated, your aura. Your presence speaking volumes for you, how you're moving. All right. This isn't to, shed light or put down women in any shape or form. I'm not with that. That's not what this channel is for or about. So when I share these experiences, it's not to play out women or, make fun of them, some of them in the way that they act or will go out their way to get the attention back to kind of see what it is about us. It's just natural, things that happen out here in life. It's natural for women to be attracted to a man and a man to be attracted to a woman. So, I'm just sharing the experience, not to glorify anything like that. We have bigger fish to fry on the semen retention journey. You dig? But I do these audios for content purposes, guys who want to hear it, be motivated, and all that good stuff. So with that said, I'm going to jump straight into this attraction story. This comes from one of my weekly grocery store trips. And I had ended up making a purchase in a grocery store on my wrong debit card, right? And the manager of the store ended up having to help me get a refund and do this whole transaction over. But before that happened, I went to customer service at the grocery store, and there was this older Asian woman working there, and I explained to her the situation with my card, and I used the wrong card. Would it be possible if I get a refund or just have everything switched over? And she said I would have to do the whole transaction over, but let her call the manager first and have her come up. Now, a little backstory to the manager. I didn't know this one female was the manager of the store. She would always be in the store. This is a grocery store that I frequent every week. I go to the same grocery store. So I know some of the people that work there, and I always used to recognize this woman. I knew she worked there, but she was always lingering around, like just watching the store, stuff like that, on the walkie-talkie, go to the back. And we always used to lock eyes. And it wasn't anything like too flirtatious or too crazy, but, we just used to lock eyes. Sometimes I would say hello. Sometimes just wave. If she would be busy, she would just, but, she was pretty attractive for the most part. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody, have their preference. But to me, she was pretty attractive. She was all right, older looking woman a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? But not too old. Anyway, the older Asian lady calls her up, and it's her. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know, and I told her, I was like, oh, I didn't know you was the manager of the store. I knew you worked here. She was like, yeah, whatever the case may be, I'll be helping you. And then the Asian lady, as she was explaining, the situation to her, this woman's eyes could not get off of me. Like, we locked eyes, and she just kept staring deep into my soul, fellas. Like, and I've never The only person like that has really looked into my eyes like that so deeply is the female that I'm dealing with right now. All right, one of my homegirls that well, not one of my, it's the only only female that I'm dealing with right now. And yeah, only I really look at her like that. She looks back at me like that. But yeah, it was just weird because I get the female attention and the attraction, and I get women that stare, but there's only a select few that I allow, you dig what I'm saying, to stare into my eyes like that. And when this woman was trying it, man, this manager at the grocery store, it made me feel some type of way. It kind of turned me off because I don't like all women looking at me like that. There was one period in my life where I knew what time it was. You dig what I'm saying? If a woman would look at me like that, checking me out, into my eyes, into my body, all in my face and stuff like that. And I would be on go time, but semen retention, man, that control, that self-control over your mind, all right? Letting your energy speak for yourself and picking up on other people's energy. Because I knew what time it was. I knew what she wanted me to say, to do. She wanted me to pursue, say something. But I didn't, we went through the transaction. I told her it was a mistake because, I'm used to using one card and I wasn't supposed to. And we, laughed about it, had a chuckle or whatever. And at the end of the transaction, when she's ringing me up, I could kind of see her energy change. Now she didn't want to look at me. She had her head down. This was goodbye. You dig what I'm saying? This was, it was over. Like I wasn't going to pursue anything. You dig what I'm saying? I was just going to keep it at where it was at with the transaction and, go forward from there. All right. But it takes, strength and, that self-control not to just jump at anything or anybody just because they're showing you attraction on this journey. All right. The woman attraction will fall right in your lap, right in front of your face, literally. It'll be staring literally into your face. All right. And gentlemen, I want you to understand that just because it's there doesn't mean it's for you to take, for you to pursue. It's cool on this journey to just play it cool. All right. It's okay to pass up. If you're a single man, you're on your journey, you're focused, you have aspirations, you got things you need to do. But these women out here, they are single as well, or whatever this situation is. You are coming around with vibrant, good energy, man, on the semen retention journey. But understand that not everybody deserves your energy. And that's not to take away from these women who might be good women that you're coming across. But understand that there's a time and a place for everything. And if you're serious on your journey and you're serious about working on yourself, all right, if you're serious about changing who you are as a person, not being overly sexualized, really tapping in with your energy, becoming more spiritually grounded. Okay? There's certain things that come along with this journey that supersedes all the attraction that's on the physical. Once when you're able to tap into that energy, you're better off on this journey. Showing that discipline. All right, this is a big example on discipline. When the woman attraction comes and women are give you blatant signals, staring at you. I mean, me and this woman, we weren't even about arm's length apart. You feel what I'm saying? She was that close, staring at me. And it made me feel awkward after a while because the older Asian lady is explaining to her, what's going on with this transaction. And it seems like she's not even really listening. She's so caught up in what I got going on and all into my face. And, I looked for a quick second, and I'm like, damn, she's really staring and not breaking eye contact either. Like mesmerized, my boys. And I'm like, oh, shit, like... Like I looked and then I just, looked at the Asian lady, and now the Asian lady is smiling at me because she's noticing it too. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of energy that was being transmitted and coming off at that point in time. But just be aware of this energy that goes around. Not all the time. I will say that this is a Jezebel spirit that's on these women that has them like that. Sometimes it's just us, my boys. We that nigga. When you come across the path of a God, you dig. When you come across a man who knows who he is and what he stands on, it's a different energy. It's a different energy. And if you're moving a certain way on the semen retention journey, my boys, you'll come to understand what it really is. But always use your discernment. All right? Always trust your energy. Always trust your gut instincts. If you're around certain people, all right? Men and women. This goes for both sexes. But out here, when we're trying to court women, understand women, we have to follow our own lead. All right. We have to be our own example and stick to our discipline. Semen retention is our discipline and something that we fall back on. We don't really need sex like that from these women. Me in particular, what I'm looking for in a woman is loyalty. Good sex and all that other stuff, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's secondary for me right now. I'm looking for a specific quality in a woman, for real. Qualities, I should say. And one of those qualities that's top on my list is loyalty. A lot of guys will say love also, but I want loyalty first because I know how to love myself first. That's what semen retention has taught me. It's put me through that process of being alone, being isolated, showing that self-love and self-care for myself. Once when you can love yourself the way you need to be loved, then anyone else who comes along on that journey and shows you who they are and what they can bring to the table and how they love you as well and what you're willing to tolerate and what that person is willing to tolerate with you. And you have that respect and that standard of how you want to be treated and loved, and you reciprocate that to that person, vice versa. All right. Then you will truly know if that energy with that person matches. But with sex, you ultimately create an instant connection with that person because it's something physical. It's pleasurable. It's fun. Sex is fun. So when you're doing that with a person, you think you really have a connection with them, but it's not a real connection. It's lust. It's lustful energy. And not to say that it's not a real connection, because lustful energy is real connection because it is real energy. Okay, you can still lust after someone that you truly care about, have a genuine connection with. But what I'm saying is that when you lead with lust, that's where the wires and the connections can get misconstrued. That's why it's better off to not touch that person like that sexually before getting to know them. Keep it in your pants. Retain, my boys. And speak. All right. Speak to these women. And if you don't want to, like I said in the story, I didn't really, I knew what it was, but I didn't want to. All right. I didn't want to speak to that woman in that type of way. I started a conversation with her just to be nice. And, to be cordial, but, I don't want anything more from these women out here like that. I'm already dealing with somebody, talking to someone, on that level. I don't have room for different women in my life right now with the things I have going on. You dig? I'm on a focused path right now, and I have somebody in my corner that is keeping me focused. You dig? With that said, my boys, head over to that Patreon, man. If you haven't pledged to the Patreon yet, it's up. Patreon.com/crowdofboyz. Exclusive content over there. We'll be dropping. There's already 2 videos over there. All right. Once again, I'm working on a book. So if you don't see me post too frequently on YouTube, know that I'm working behind the scenes on this book. Also on Patreon content, doing more research, back on the grind, getting to it. More audios will be coming to YouTube. Don't think I'm going to fall back from YouTube completely and not give you boys on this platform good quality content. Just because I got the Patreon, I got to switch it up and make things a little bit spicier for, the Patreon. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's only right. Those guys are paying subscription monthly. But if you head over there and subscribe, and things of that nature, like, you get the benefit of having exclusive content come to you that can really benefit you guys. All right. Got to throw in my own ads in there. You feel what I'm saying? Last thing is your consultations. More and more guys have been reaching out about consultations. But the setup, guys reach out and fail to really go forward with the setups. So, shoot me an email. Let's set it up right away, because some guys need the help. I have the fear that when guys, reach out, the time is ticking, because if you're reaching out for a consultation, I take it serious, and I feel that you're serious about things that you may need to get off your chest. So, once we reach out for the consultations, man, don't be scared. I don't put out your business out there after we do the consultation. Everything is confidential, what we speak on. All right. I'm not going to record you, or use you or anything that you're going through as content. Everything's, brother to brother. It sticks between us. Unless it's something that's topic worthy, I will ask you, like, hey, do you mind if I do a topic on that? That's a good point. Things of that nature, but nothing too serious. If it's something personal, especially dealing with trauma and things of that nature, my boys, we need outlets to speak to each other, to be able to build with each other. So that's why I am on this platform, creating this outlet for us. Okay. With that said, my boys, peace and blessings to all that is on your journey. Stay in your squares. Keep your meditations. Pray. With that said, as always, with love and peace.